Hello all, welcome to Glorious IAS Academy. So today I am here to introduce the subject called sociology. Before introducing the subject, let me introduce myself. I am SRINIVAS, completed my Masters in Sociology from Central University of Hyderabad, and also recently I submitted my PhD thesis at Usmania University. I am qualified in UGC NET and JRF. So presently I am just waiting for my results, and I have been teaching sociology for the past 10 years in various degree and IAS academies. So today I just want to introduce the subject sociology and why it is chosen as a most demanding optional across. First of all, as the name suggests, sociology as a subject, it studies about society, in which we are living in. So that makes most interesting because we are going to study about the society in which we are living in. So generally we never give any much attention to understand society better. But being a sociology major or the student who have read sociology, so they can understand and make a comprehensive understanding about the society in which we are living. And also it is one of the best chosen optional because student from any background can opt for sociology and understand sociology better, and the more you enter into the subject, you love the subject more. So that makes more interesting about sociology. So that's why many people opt for sociology. So I can suggest you also to opt for sociology. Apart from that, it also has another advantages, like if you read sociology, it also covers some of the topics from GS. Specifically GS1 mains, we have topics related to Indian society that will be covered, and also social issues from GS paper 2 that also being covered from optional. And apart from that, it also gives you enough space and scope to write our ethics paper better and also to perform better in interview, because after reading sociology as an optional, definitely we will getting a commanding knowledge about society. And we know that in interview also you face some questions related to testing your knowledge and understanding about society. So definitely it would be a better choice to help you out in interviews. So that these are various advantages, and before proceeding further, let me introduce the syllabus. Basically, as all of you know that there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So paper 1 deals with fundamentals of sociology, in which you will read a core sociology, and paper 2 is all about Indian society, structure and change. So that paper entirely deals with the Indian society. So after having a comprehensive knowledge in paper 1, definitely will understand better and read better paper 2. So, and also there are some chapters where you can integrate both paper 1 and paper 2 together. So particularly some topics like in optional paper 1 you have 10 units. So unit 1 dealing with sociology as a discipline. So this first unit will introduce you about the subject called sociology, how subject of sociology emerged across, and how it is related with other social sciences. So this is the first chapter in which you will get a comprehensive understanding about the origin of sociology. And unit 2 and 3, you must study them together, understand them together, where you will enter into the dealing with the idea of research methodology. Means how, like after knowing the origin and emergence of subject, you will be understanding about research methodology, how a subject can be studied. As we know that every subject has a particular methodology to understand it. So similarly, these 2 units study in detail about the research methodology, the approach that we adopted to understand the subject. So this is where the core sociological analysis and understanding lies. Unit 2 and 3 together. So this is one part. As far as me, I will consider this as one part. And another major important chapter in paper 1 is sociological thinkers. This is the utmost important chapter, in which we have around 6 thinkers. 6 thinkers will introduce you the subject from various dimensions and theories and concepts. So that will make you better understanding about the theoretical background of sociology. So which includes one of the most renowned thinker in social sciences, which starts with Karl Marx. So you study about Karl Marx in political science, economics, is a social philosopher. So in any subject we do study about Karl Marx. So we deal in detail about Karl Marx, like it includes topics like historical materialism, mode of production, alienation, class struggle. And we have another most important thinker called Emile Durkheim. He is sometimes referred as father of modern sociology. So father of sociology is Auguste Comte, but modern sociologist, father of modern sociology, Emile Durkheim, because he has contributed for methodology of the subject. So that's why he is initiated with that name. And we have Max Weber further. He is introducing about micro-sociological aspects. And then Talcott Parson, Robert K. Merton. Talcott Parson, a student is Merton. So they have brought some theories regarding sociology, like grand theories. And contradicting to grand theories of Talcott Parson, we see Robert K. Merton producing middle range theories likewise. And then we have another important sociologist called G.H. Mead, George Herbert Mead is name, and he is one of the micro-sociologists. He brings up another perspective, okay, micro-sociological aspect in sociology. Rest of the thinkers except Max Weber, Karl Marx, Emile Durkheim, Parson, and then Robert K. Merton, they are macro-sociologists. And Max Weber is trying to bring a linkage between micro and macro sociology, and G.H. Mead is exclusively as a micro sociologist. So all these 6 thinkers are very, very important for us to understand paper 1. And if you understand these thinkers better, definitely it will contribute you for the rest of the remaining chapters like stratification and mobility, 5th unit, and 6th unit I think we have work and economic life. And then 6th one is politics and society, religion and society, systems of kinship, and 10th one is social change in modern India. So in these chapters we can integrate some of the topics with paper 2, particularly this one, stratification and mobility. Here we can integrate some of the topics from paper 2. So if you adopt that approach, it will make you easy and cover the syllabus within a specified time, so with an integration. So there are some topics. While dealing with the paper 2 syllabus, I will tell you what are the topics that you can include in unit 5. So unit 5 is all about stratification and mobility. So we know stratification is nothing but a division of society into different layers and placing one above the other. And this is a common factor in every society. Like in India, we have a stratification based on caste. And then rest of the societies, like we have a stratification based on class, particularly Western societies, class, racial stratification, gender stratification, ethnic stratification likewise. Numerous ways the society got divided into different groups. But stratification particularly deals with the arrangement of society in a hierarchical manner. Okay, we have our social differentiations or social divisions, like we have a language difference, but it cannot be called as stratification. Okay, because we cannot place the languages one above the other, unlike the caste. Okay, so likewise we will understand the idea of stratification and mobility in unit 5. Okay, but unit 4 is one of the most important units as far as me is concerned to understand sociology better. Because rest of the theories, like in unit 5 we have a theories of social stratification. Again, here we will study about structural functionalism. So ideas of Talcott Parson, ideas of Emile Durkheim were most useful here. And we have a Marxist theory. Again we will study Karl Marx here, his notion on stratification. And then Weberian theory, already we have Weber in 4th unit, so his perspective again we will study here. So similarly, like other chapters like work and economic life also, we do study about capitalist society. Whenever you are studying capitalist society, definitely we will take the reference of Karl Marx. And politics and society, again this is again exclusive theory, subject or topic. Here we can also read about sociological theories. Again, we will read the theories of Marx, okay, theories of Max Weber and power, right? Various other thinkers, Pareto, Moscow, right? So all these theories we will study here. Again, what I say, like unit number 4, thinkers' ideas are very much helpful here also to understand politics and society. Again, politics and society similarly repeated in paper 2 also. So we can integrate together to understand and reduce our time and efforts, so that we can integrate politics and society here along with paper 2. So similarly, religion and society, again theories of religion. So we will start with some of the major theories, thinkers like Emil Durkheim. He has written a book exclusively related to religion, mentioning about elementary forms of religious life, in which he tries to trace out the religion, origin of a religion. And we have another thinker, Max Weber. He deals with, he has written a book related to religion, Protestant Ethics and Spirit of Capitalism, exclusively giving another approach for the existence of capitalism, okay, in contradiction with Karl Marx. So likewise, their theories we will read here. So similarly, again religion and society is there in paper 2, that will integrate here again. And systems of kinship, here we will understand about the structure of the family, kinship relations. We know that Indian society is strongly influenced with the kinship relations like relatives. So we study about that, particularly in detail about kinship we deal in social anthropology. But here in sociology also we will take few concepts and we will try to understand that. And again it will be integrated with paper 2 syllabus. Social change in modern India, modern society. Again we have a similar chapter in paper 2 that will integrate together here. Okay. So likewise, paper 1 consists of only 10 units. And among these 10 units, like around 4 to 5 units we can integrate from paper 2 also. So that's how we can make a quick study, okay, by integrating these 2 papers. So I'll introduce the paper 2 again, okay, with a short break. Take a break, stay tuned to sociology. Thank you. Alright, so we are back after a short break. So let me introduce the paper 2 syllabus. Actually, paper 2 can be understood at 3 different parts, part A, B and C. Okay. So part A deals with the introduction to Indian society. Okay. Part A deal with introduction to Indian society. So in this we have 2 subunits, okay, like perspectives on study of Indian society, impact of colonial rule on Indian society. So in perspectives of Indian society, we study about Indology. Okay, Indology is a perspective in sociology. It indicates study and interpret of society based on the available text. Okay, as we know that sociology as a subject emerged in the around 17th and 18th centuries, but before that also the idea of society existed. But the sources to understand that society were not existed from the sociological background. Hence, we study a society from the textual perspective, whatever the available text. Okay, like specifically Indian society, for example, we have Ramayana, Mahabharata, that do explain about the existence of society. So, taking the text from that and interpreting a society, we call it as an Indological perspective. Otherwise, it can be called as a book view of society or textual presentation of society. So, G.S. Gurey is considered as the father of Indian sociology. So, his perspective we will study, and again we will study structural functionalism, which includes perspectives of M.N. SRINIVAS, one of the renowned Indian sociologists he is, and also we have another functionalist thinker called S.C. Dubey. Okay. So, we understand that, and then Marxist sociology by A.R. Desai. A.R. Desai has written a book, one of the important book called Social Background of Indian Nationalism, explaining another perspective related to Indian nationalism. So likewise, all these 3 thinkers, Indology, structural functionalism and Marxist sociology, will give us enough understanding about the existence of Indian society from different dimensions. The idea of introduction of this subject or any particular aspect from the theoretical perspective is to bring an holistic approach towards it. Okay. If you look at reality from one particular view, we can only see a part of it. But sociology brings up different perspectives in order to understand a single dimension or single phenomena. So that's how we can able to visualize a society from multiple viewpoints. So that is the beauty of the subject. And part 1, okay, part 1, the introduction to Indian sociology, will see about this, and part 2 of this consists of impact of colonial rule on Indian society. We know that India was ruled by the Britishers, and definitely when there are rulers, so definitely they do have their influence in Indian society, particularly culture, the way we live, the language that we are using right now. Okay, likewise various impacts. So we'll study about the impact of colonial rule in Indian society. Again, social background of Indian nationalism, just now I said it is a book of A.R. Desai. Modernization of Indian tradition, so we'll study here from the perspective of Yogendra Singh. Okay, has written a book, Modernization of Indian Tradition. So in this book he mentions clearly about the process of modernization in India. He says that the idea of modernity and tradition cannot be separated in Indian society. Unlike the Western, where you can clearly see the departure of tradition when modernity enters. Okay, but whereas in India, rather than making the differentiation, we are integrating together. Right? If you look at various celebrations across, we are using technology in our religious spaces. So in this way, when we are approaching towards modernity, it does not mean that we are departing from the tradition, rather we are integrating them. So that's why modernization of Indian tradition, one of the beautiful writing of Yogendra Singh will study here. And protest movements during a colonial period and social reforms. So these are also a kind of bit general topics, so it will help you also in other parts. So this is all about part 1 of paper 2, okay, and we cannot integrate this anywhere, okay, we need to study it as a separate part. And part B deals with the social structure, okay, we deal with the social structure of Indian society. Part 1 is about perspective, 2 is about structure, and 3 is about change, okay, like I'll show you third part. Social changes and transformation. Yeah, vision of social change in India, from here it begins, okay. So let us again go back to part 1, social structure. We study about rural and agrarian social structure in India. We know that to understand Indian society, understanding rural society is must. Okay, again understanding caste is also a very must criteria. So understanding Indian society requires understanding rural and agrarian social structure. Here we study about this idea of Indian village studies, various studies conducted on Indian villages. Okay, specifically initially foreign thinkers. Okay, like I'm not recalling the exact names. Meret, some thinkers, they said that Indian society as a little republic, considering like the way of life that is being adopted in Indian villages without having any much dependency over others. So in such a way, like various writings related to Indian villages we study here, and also agrarian social structure of Indian society. And then part 2 we study about caste system, okay. So this is one of the central aspect understanding Indian society, because the life of Indians, okay, are centered around the caste system. Okay, presently it is reducing its influence on our social life, but earlier it used to be. Like regarding marriage, even today it is there. Like we practice endogamy, marriage within a same caste. So likewise we study about caste system in detail, and then social classes in India, various social classes that are present, and systems of kinship, as I said, we integrate with paper 1. Religion and society we integrate with paper 1, and part 2C deals with social change in India, okay, and we study vision of social change in India, idea of development planning, mixed economy, constitution, law and social change, education and social change, and rural and agrarian transformation in India. We know that there is a transformation has taken place even in the rural area, okay. So we study systematically how that rural agrarian transformation has happened. Particularly 2 things are very important which have brought a tremendous transformation in rural social structure, which includes land reforms in India and green revolution. These are the 2 major things which have brought extensive changes in the rural social structure. So that we study, yes, programs in green revolution and social change, problems of rural labor, bondage, migration. So, and also industrialization and urbanization in India, process of industrialization and urbanization, how it has impacted in Indian society, that we study. And politics and society, I said we'll integrate with paper 1. Okay. So same title, if you see this title, it is similar with the paper 1. So all these concepts will integrate there to study at one go. And then social movements in modern India, various social movements. It is common in every society. Okay, every civilized society definitely experiences social movements. And as far as me is concerned, social movements is positive in society because it will bring a constructive changes. Okay, if it is for the sake of constructive and positive notion, it is a welcome thing. So definitely we can see social movements in various areas like peasant movements in India, women movement, backward class Dalit movements, environmental movements, ethnicity and identity movements. Recently also we have seen in the state of Assam. Okay, so in northeastern states we have seen ethnic clashes. Okay, and then population dynamics. So this is also you can see in GS paper topics also. So here we study about size, growth, composition of population and all. And challenges of social transformation is the last part, and this we can also integrate with unit 10 of paper 1. There also you can study all this by integrating. So in this manner, okay, so if we make a perfect plan for sociology, okay, integrating, understanding the syllabus is one of the primary criteria for any aspirant to score better. Okay, and sociology as a subject, it has a good scope, okay, in order to score better. If you follow a strict method approach, every individual has a unique approach to study a subject. So don't follow all others what approach. Make your own approach according to your own capacities, requirements, and then what we say, surroundings and your problems altogether. Alright, so this is the idea of a plan, syllabus, and also let me give a few references, okay, from where you can actually read and understand sociology better. So generally one of the greatest advantage with sociology is that you have a availability of material. Okay, unlike some of the other subjects, you have a great availability of material. Specifically, one of the major source for our preparation is IGNOU, Indira Gandhi National Open University material. So every aspirant definitely reads that, but not all material, but you must go with the topic specific. Okay, if you are not finding topics better in other area, you can depend on that. So that is one source, IGNOU, and apart from that, you have a source called Haralambas. It is good for few chapters, particularly like paper 1 research methodology, you can depend on that. Okay, we have two Haralambas, one is blue color and then orange color. So both are required, okay, for selected chapters only, not for all. Okay, and also one of the most important book is Essentials of Sociology by Nitin Sangwan. That book you must buy. Why you must buy that book is like it is covering from paper 1 syllabus to paper 2 syllabus, entire syllabus at one place. So if at all you are not comfortable in reading some topics, otherwise you may not understand, so you can depend on that. It will give at least a brief idea through which you can explore and get more other ideas from other sources. That is also another book you must buy. And also Sociological Theory of Ritzer. Particularly for thinkers, you can depend on that book, Sociological Theory by Ritzer. Otherwise, online material is also available, but if at all you want to read a standard book, that is one book you can depend on. And these books you can depend for paper 1. For paper 2, you have sources like B.K. Nagla, okay, that books will give about thinkers, perspectives and thinkers, and Vikas Ranjan book about Indian society. So that is also a dependable book. And apart from that, we have some sources in online. You can also depend on that. Otherwise, you can depend for IGNOU also. You must go with the topic specific. You cannot completely rely on one book. I cannot suggest that this is the one book which covers everything. No. So you must depend on topic specific. Okay. So in this way, we can go ahead with the preparation. So thank you all. Alright, so in this preparation time, if at all you need any help, okay, feel free to contact Glorious IAS Academy. I am here to help you out, whatever the difficulty that you face. Definitely as a newcomer, you will face some difficulties in some areas, not all, but whenever you face a difficulty, feel free to contact Glorious IAS Academy. I am ready to help you out. And apart from that, I have private Telegram channel, cnu@sociology, cnu@sociology. So you can join in the Telegram group also in order to take suggestions. Apart from this, I am also giving helping or suggestion for the students who are preparing for CUET, Central University Common Entrance Examination for PG, post graduation in various central universities. So you can also reach out there, okay, in order to get help for that CUET preparation. Already few of my students are joined in various institutions, various central universities like JNU, Delhi University, HCU, Hyderabad University, Pondicherry University. So they are doing absolutely well, and that gives them an immense pleasure, okay, as a teacher to help and make them to settle in a better places. So in future, if at all you need any help, you can contact me. You can contact our academy, Glorious IAS Academy also, okay, in order to get a help. I'm ready to help and we'll make it. Thank you.